Hello and welcome to Mudbrain CB Do-It-Yourself Cardboarding Vader Live episode 16. This is getting longer and longer every time I say it. Hello, Sam Young. Very nice to see you in the chat. That is always a pleasure and kind of reassuring that I am not alone doing this stuff. Welcome. Vader, day 16. As I said on episode 15, I changed the formula a bit and I'm working on the model even when I'm not live, just to have some kind of progress from time to time, and maybe that is more interesting. Here, as you can see, now I continue to work on the second eye cap. Here I have both eye caps like temporarily put into the mask with some painter's tape. I don't really remember where I left the stream. The top of the cheek is finished. I finished skinning the upper part, the part above the eyebrows. Yeah, I think the main thing that I did off stream was to fix the bridge of the nose. For before I left, there was a separation here. The bridge of the nose actually stopped around here. Now I added another 5 millimeters to have all this cheek structure here and the bridge of the nose be one continuous part. What I'm thinking about doing, but I haven't committed to it yet, is to enlarge this inner part of the nose. For I think mine is way too small, and this kind of kills the perspective a bit, or the proportions a bit, and with this perspective and everything. Another thing that I did is here I have to look at the monitor here. I straightened off the chin part of the mask, for I had a bump in here that was not looking right. And now after I took away some material, I think it is more faithfully representing the mask. And here, this part that I prepared a couple of days ago will now be glued on top of here. And now I have a straight line from the neck area up to the chin area. And this looks way better. And what I think I fixed is, look, I had a major problem with this mask for the whole time. When I was looking at the mask straight on, now I'm trying to show it to you in a way that the side piping is parallel to the ground from the vantage point of the camera. If I looked at it like this, the whole lower part here, the whole chin part, just looked way too big, way too prominent. And I finally figured out why it is like that. Here, when I built the whole thing, I tried to have the side piping parallel to the ground, and I was under the impression that this was the way the helmet is worn. But it is not. it is not. It was just wrong. It was just an assumption of mine that I have not checked or had not checked. And now, after I rewatched the movies, like episode 4 to 6, just while building it, I noticed that when Vader is wearing the helmet, it is actually tilted forward like this. Here, if you can see, if the helmet is standing down, then my nose part is angled backwards. And when he is wearing the helmet, this line here goes to the ground, or if you would elongate a line from the bridge of the nose to the middle of the respirator thing and then to the ground, will hit the ground at 90 degrees. And if the helmet is tilted forward like this, then the whole lower part doesn't look as big as it does when you're looking at it with the side piping parallel to the ground. Yeah, and that was everything. And I was struggling to make the helmet proportion-wise look it's hard to explain for me, but I tried to have the proportions, or I based the proportions on the helmet standing on the ground with the side piping parallel to the ground, and that was just wrong. That was wrong of me. And now if I tilt it forward, everything, it's not perfect, but it starts to look like the Vader that I wanted to have. And here, when you're looking from the side, that is much more the Vader as compared to this. For if the helmet is like this, he would actually be looking at the sky, and this is that he would look someone in the eye here. That was very, very important for me to figure out, for I was like working on the wrong assumption. From watching the movies, the lower side piping is angled upwards from the front, and this is how he is wearing the helmet. And now if I add, or how he is wearing the face mask thing, and now if I add the helmet to the whole, now it's a bit difficult to hold. But here, I just want to demonstrate what it is, for I had like an aha moment with the whole thing. Now, if I... This is difficult. Maybe I'm using the top camera to show it. Maybe I have more control over the helmet like this. Yeah, but okay, here it's difficult to see the whole helmet. Maybe if I use this camera. Wait, I'm lowering it down. For just if you try to build the helmet, I think just this observation will help you a lot. You won't struggle as much as I did. Okay, here. This is the helmet in a position where the side pipings here are like parallel to the ground. And when he is wearing the helmet, actually when he's talking with people, the helmet is angled forward like this. And what is wrong in my rendition here right now is I haven't changed the camera. What the fuck? Okay, once again. Here, if this side piping here is parallel to the ground, and that's the like assumption that I based all my proportions on. Then this lower part is way too prominent. But if the helmet is just tilted a bit forwards, here you see that it all makes more sense. And the only thing that is wrong now is that in this forward tilted position, the back of the helmet here, or this flaps on the side of the helmet, should have a line that is parallel to the ground. And yeah, that's the main problem that I had. I will tilt the back part up a bit like this, and I will elongate it for some like 2 or 3 centimeters, and then we'll have it meet up with the front here, and then I should have proportions that I'm comfortable with. Here, let me show it to you from the other side. For I cut both sides of the helmet in a different way, but I think you know what I mean. This is not making much sense, for it's collapsing into itself all the time. Here, this is actually the way I want this to be cut, but now I will just elongate it a bit to like down here, and then coming up here in a straight line. And yeah, this is something that I'm actually comfortable with. Now there's a bit of volume missing in the back of the head here, but that's easy to add. And yeah, just for viewing purposes here, this piece is missing right now, and this actually helps the whole helmet if it is, or when it is in there. And yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. I was like really relieved. I was really relieved when I found this strange correlation between the tilting of the mask. And the only thing that I have to do is to add a bit of height in the back here, and use that as my base modeling pose. Yeah, I will start to do this now in this live stream, and to get the neck piece into the right proportions, I will start to cut it here. For the original helmet is cut at that position. For right now, it is like impossible to put this piece onto me. And I'm searching for Vader. For the model that I'm using the whole time here. And here, as you can see, the model is divided on the side here, and the basic proportion is already visible here. That is the dividing line here. In this little thing, they didn't try to reproduce this crown part here, for it was not meant to be taken apart. And yeah, now I will separate the lower part, which is beneath this tubing here, and then try to build something that will hold it in place, and that I'm able to like attach it to the to my neck. And one thing that is missing here is that on the lower part of the neck, there is a forward angle here, or a forward curve, that this fits nicely over the lower part of the neck. Okay, I have read the English language long enough now, and now I will try to do what I said. Here, the first thing for me is to attach this piece here to the lower part of the respirator system, and here it's already cut to size. And for here, this is a really shitty layer to put it on, for I had to strip a lot of cardboard away from it, where the here the silhouette looked something like this before, and all that was cut away by me. And to make sure that this piece will stick well to the neck piece, I will actually use glue on this piece and on the neck piece. I will try to moisten this piece as much as I can, and I will do the same thing to the receiving surface, and then I will let it dry for, or I will let it soak in for a couple of minutes maybe. Here I just want to see how much glue I should or how big the area is that I will cover with glue. And I'm just using this much glue for, as you can see, the lower part here is not really the surface that you're dreaming of to have the best connection to the piece that you want to glue on top of it. And I hope, if I'm just like flooding it with glue, that even small contact points between this part and the lower part will be supported by the glue which is drying around the contact point. And I hope that there will be enough stability. And even if not, or even if the main points of contact will not be strong enough, I in the next step will laminate the surface, not with this color, but with the darker color, to make it one a continuous surface, and this covering layer, or this layer of brown paper or brown paper bag on top of this should be able to hold it down quite well. Okay, here I will give it a bit of time. Here, I will fix the inside here for this surface, or yeah, I don't know which cam is better. This surface is not ideal right now. I will work on that surface from the inside then. Here, as you might be able to hear, this is a very strong part of the model for as I'm doing it here right now. I flooded this with this wood glue and let it dry for like, I don't know, 24 hours, and now it's more like a plastic part, or like a PVC part, and this is perfect to sand it. Okay. Next step for me is to separate the front part of the neck piece and the back part, and I think I will just without doing any kind of preparation, cut it along the edge that is already there, and oops, and afterwards, now after I separate the two pieces, I will think about something like about something of a mechanism that will hold the two pieces together. But I'm not completely sure how that will look. Okay, and just to remind everyone, this piece will be on here. Here, and here the eye is just temporarily held in place by painter's tape. I will try to... No, it's too early for here, as you can see. Maybe I can try it here. The glue still had some parts that were like completely liquid, but I think this helps. And now I will try to attach this piece here. And one thing that I have to watch out for is that it is in the middle of the top part of the respirator. Okay, this seems to be the middle, and now I start to apply pressure to it, and I hope it will cover the uneven underground. Here I have to force some curvature Can you see that? Into it. But it seems to stay in place. Here now with my modeling spectacles. How do you call that? Yeah, it's hard if I don't know the word and I don't find the tool. Here, this is not what I was looking for. Here, this is what I was looking for. And here I try to smooth the surface a little bit. Okay, and now here at the parts where the curvature that I'm introducing to the part of the model, or to the top part here, meaning this cardboard part with this grating inside. Yeah, I will have to press it down for the next like 2 or 3 minutes constantly, for the curvature is kind of steep, or the curvature change within the surface. But overall, this looks okay. And the next step is to like hide this edge here. For this, this is a very prominent edge right now, and to start to blend it in with the surrounding surface, I will use glue, which I will try to push in between the layers of the cardboard of this piece. For the glue will soak into the layers and make it more sculptable. Yeah. As you might hear, I am suffering from a cold, or from a Magen-Darm-Grippe. I don't know how you call that in English, but it's like here, here and the lower part here, and it's a viral thing that I caught from my son, and yeah, I managed to get through the most part of it, but my running nose is like the last indicator of that I battled with it. Okay, here, this will need a little bit of time to soak in. Here I'm trying to put something into the chat. Yeah, and now after I'm finished with blending this edge here, it is the first time that I can try to fit the neck part onto me, or that I can try to wear it. For here it was closed the whole time, and yeah, I'm not sure if my chin will even fit into here right now. But it's only a matter of minutes. Before this question will be answered to me. And I won't be able to perfectly get rid of this edge here, but yeah, I'm trying my best to blend it into the surrounding surface, and then once the glue has dried here, I will use some sanding paper to even the edge, and then I can laminate some paper across it, and I hope it won't be as visible as it is now. But yeah, I think this will be good enough. Okay, now here, as I said, there's this like a huge change to the curvature of the cardboard on this upper part of this piece, and this results in the cardboard always trying to escape its final position. But with a little bit of time and continued pressure, it should accept its fate. Bloop, bloop. Okay, now from the side, maybe against the t-shirt here, this angle looks kind of good, and once I fit it against my neck, I will have a forward slope here, or forward curvature. Okay, let me see. This is actually really good here, and as you can see, this part of the mask is pointing upwards now, and that's what I wanted to see. And what I meant with this forward curvature is that I want the mask to end somewhere here, and there should be a gentle curvature transitioning the area. This was very promising. I think I have to like pop out the eyes of Vader now. For I want to see how this part here fits with the upper part. Oh, hey, this is quite good. I thought my internet was down, for there was some stuttering in the live stream that I was observing. Okay, the first thing that I notice is that I can lose some height here for my here the side of my neck doesn't like this corner there. Yeah, and it's the same thing on the other side, but I will use this piece here. Oh. And maybe the blade is way too long right now. Okay, I will use this thing to something as like a stencil on the other side here. For what is a bit difficult now is that I need to build something that is still, that I can still put down like this, and that will be able to stand on its own. But maybe I will have to build a stand for it. Here now I'm trying to check the height that I deducted here. This looks good. Okay. Yeah, it's roughly the same on both sides. Okay, let me see just how much. Okay, this part is just way too big in the back of my. No, but maybe not. Maybe not. Difficult for me. Here I want to angle this lower part here to the in this direction now. For to achieve this, I think I will add a lot of little cuts in this direction, then move each part to the front individually, and then I will use some cardboard from the back to hold it down in the position. Okay. Here, I'm still having problem with the top part here. For the cardboard always lifts itself up. And yeah, I think my only chance is to give it a bit more attention with holding it down or pressing it down. Here, maybe for the viewers that are new to this cardboarding Vader thing here, there's one picture that I've shown, which was here, which was one of the few that I was able to find from the helmet, and this is the helmet from Jedi here, and there's some kind of cushioning on the inside here. So maybe even though as it appears to be too big, this second part of this collar thing, maybe it's perfectly all right for it to be too big for when I add some kind of cushioning on the inside here. Yeah, I will have a better fit around my neck here, and I think I get rid of all the loose parts here. I'm back in a second. For I needed my trusted pair of scissors here. And here the whole inside of this back piece will be replaced with some stuff that resembles a cushioning system. Okay, and here I will put in some kind of some markings for me, just to see where this part used to be. And now I try to I'm very fortunate right now that there's still some cardboard seams in here for here, as you can see, the upper edge that was joining the two parts is completely destroyed after I ripped out this parts here a bit prematurely. I should have yeah, waited at least as long or I should have waited until after I put in my registration marks here. But I got lucky and I still had some reference points on the inside. Happy goes lucky. Okay, this is just to follow up on the curvature. Oops, here can you see that? And yeah, that's the curvature, or this cutout here that I started on the front piece of the neck piece. This is okay. Okay, now I will try to smooth the transition here a bit. And then I have to think about some kind of I don't know, clamping mechanism for this lower piece. Shouldn't be too loose. Here. I need a way to connect these two pieces together, for they are the basis for the whole modeling thing, and I want to be able to put this part on top of the two neck pieces, and I want them to have a firm stand for once I start to finish the helmet. I will put the helmet on the lower pieces all the time, and if it's just all wobbly, it will be very hard for me to get good proportions, or it will just be very difficult to work on the whole thing. Okay, how can I join these two pieces here? And the an ideal solution would be something that I wouldn't have to remove after I've built it. I'm thinking I will build some kind of overlap here. Here, can you see it like this? Here, an overlap from here to here. On top of this overlap thing, I will have here a ridge in the front here, and then I need a receiving part where I can slide it into. And I think that's what I'm going for. Okay, how long should this overlap be? Here, like 2-3 centimeters back, 3 to the front. Okay, that means I need 6 centimeter pieces of my cardboard here. Every square that you can see here is 1 centimeter. 2, 4, 6. And yeah, it's a huge time saver to have this for, yeah, I can just measure across longer distances with just one ruler. Here now, now I have one piece that is 6 centimeters long, and now I use this piece to produce copies of it. And I think a thickness of 2 pieces will be good enough. And for added stability, I will alter the direction of the cardboard waving. Okay, now I can use this here, and here. There is no absolute accuracy needed here. Okay. Here I will start these 2 pieces in the on the front part of the mask, and once their point of contact has dried, then I will glue them down on the back part of the neck piece. I try to give a bit of curvature to these pieces for, yeah, they will be added in here, and the closer the curvature of this piece will be to its points of contact, I don't know, the better for me. I will curve it this way. This is for here, and for this side, and this is for the opposing side. And now the next thing that I build will be the lip that will go on here. And for right now, I'm just trying to build the structure, and there's no need to put too much emphasis on style. Here I'm once again using my cutting mat as a measuring tool, and I'm trying to end up with 1 centimeter wide strips of cardboard. And I think 2 of these, well, maybe 3. A height of 3 pieces of cardboard should be good enough. And I'm building the whole thing in one go, and then I will separate it. Here, for these pieces, I don't need a curvature. What I'm doing right now is like really boring, really non-flashy. It is, yeah, just grinding along. And as I said in previous streams, I will, maybe not never, but once this Vader thing here is finished, my next live streams will or in my next live streams I will build stuff that, yeah, can be finished in something like I don't know, 6 hours or 3 to 6 hours. For this here is like my most complex model that I built yet, and to do this in a live stream was just a stupid idea. Okay, yeah, this is roughly now just one thing, if you're cutting here, if you're cutting a piece of cardboard like this, if I would just cut it from the top, here you see that I'm compressing the whole thing, and yeah, I'm like destroying the cardboard structure. And a better way is to start to cut it from the top, and you just cut it gently. And here, as you can see, the structure is still intact, and yeah, I did not interfere with the internal structure of the cardboard, or at least not as much as I did when I tried to cut it from the top. This is a very helpful tip if you're trying to model with some kind of precision, or if you need a certain height in certain parts of your build. Okay, will be placed on here, and I'm making sure that I'm not applying too much pressure onto this piece of cardboard here, or the same thing would happen that happened when I tried to cut it in this direction. I would just I would just destroy the layering of the cardboard, and this would result in different heights of the cardboard. Which I try to avoid. Okay, now that I have these two pieces here, I need to build the receiving part for these pieces. I know that I have a height of 1, 2. I know that I have a height of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of this cardboard, and first thing I have to do is build something up that is at least 5 layers high. I think I should go for 6, but maybe 5. No, I don't know. Here, this is 6 centimeters high. This piece of cardboard is 12 plus centimeters high, so I can use it. I will cut myself stripes of cardboard now that are 2 centimeters wide, for they need a bigger area to attach to the underground, or to be glued down. Okay, but I got so many of this. Here I can look. I need 12 centimeters, and here there's enough width in this piece here, and I will start with a clean edge and then work my way down. As I said before, I am looking for 2 centimeters width, and 6 layers of cardboard. Now I have 5, which means I need another one. Okay. I will glue them all together. And the whole the whole mechanism that I'm building here will be I'm still searching for a word for it, laminated with an additional layer of brown paper, which will be really helpful to we have a smoother surface for this stuff, and yeah, it's less likely to jam up when I try to slide it in and out. And one thing is, if I would try to put the helmet onto my head without being able to see anything, for this connector will be off to the side. It will be helpful if it's responsive in a way that I don't need my eyes, that there's an easy in and out. Okay, here I used too much glue. This piece shouldn't have received any. I try to strip away as much of the glue as I can. Right now. Okay. Has anyone seen the new trailer for Star Wars? The new trailer for Star Wars. The second trailer for Last Jedi. And if, what do you think of it? Well, did you like it? For me, I was like a bit or I was left wondering if I saw a Pokemon trailer for this small thing that is in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon that was screaming, looked like a Pokemon, and then this wolf kind of thing, or this dog kind of thing that was in front of this icy cave, looked exactly like a Pokemon. And yeah, I was left wondering if Disney is going for the merchandising money, or it felt like very not Star Wars fee to me. I don't know. Okay, this is a bit higher now as compared to this part. Now I will, or here, this, now I will need a piece of cardboard that reaches over here, or yeah, I think a double layered approach will be good enough. And then I need another block of cardboard, but this block the block that I'm still sick, not thick. I think you know what I mean. here for one of the most boring parts of the Vader helmet. Okay, it is still too early to cut this cardboard here, for the glue has soaked into the cardboard now, and it's like very fragile in a way. I can easily, here, as you can you see that? Yeah, I can easily compress it, and I think I should wait for this piece to dry, and then it's very easy to cut it in a way that's appropriate, or that will not kill the shape of it. Oh, okay, I have to watch out for the lenses here. And that's one of the things that I want to try on the live stream today, is to drill in the holes here. For I will try to drill in, like, I don't know, 500 holes into each lens caps, maybe 1,000 holes into each, and I hope that this will give me the possibility to look through this eye caps or lens caps from the inside, and that they will still display continuous a solid color from the outside. Okay, this will be here. There will be this part, and now I need this the part that is reaching over there. And for this I need a length of, I can use my cutting mat to measure it, 3 centimeters, I would say 5 centimeters. Here, 5 deep, with a height like this. Here. And as often as I can, I try to like take the measurement from one piece and then copy it over to the next. Oops. Okay, I said that I need 5 centimeters. And once again, I try to have Can you see this? The wave, the direction of the waves inside this cardboard. On this piece here is top to bottom, and the piece that I will glue onto here will have the direction of left to right. And once I glue these two pieces together, they will be much stronger. For they will, yeah, kind of support each other. One, two, and now here is the long part for it. And here, right now, it's just about the functionality of the piece that I want to attach there, but I think that I will try to beautify it later on. For I can or later on I will try to hide what I built it for and try to add detail to it that makes it more Star Warsy. For this is a piece of detail that's not on the original helmet. Okay, my hands will be back in frame in a couple of seconds, but I'm going to smoke a cigarette and I don't want that to be in the picture. Okay. I will attach these pieces together. This is not a perfect match, but I can use some sanding paper and take care of the edges. Okay. This is one side. And this will reach over here. And now I need some block of cardboard here. And now this is 3 pieces high, or 3 layers high, and that's what I will aim for as far as height goes, or as far as height is concerned. If there are any kind of questions or questions regarding what I'm doing here, or any kinds of suggestions, please feel free to ask them. Okay, now it's 3 for each side. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And I hope this will work out. In the way that I'm imagining it, but yeah, let's see. And once I'm able to connect the two pieces together, then I can start to build out the curvature on this lower part here. Here, it's just good practice to return to your gluing seams, or the seams of everything you did within the last like 60 minutes, for there will still be moisture in the cardboard. And yeah, use it to your advantage. For once the glue is completely dry, you will not be able to have an influence on the edges anymore with just some sculpting tools. Then you will have to rely on sanding paper or files or tools of that kind. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Where is this thing here? Okay, it dried a bit. It's still not completely dry, but I think I can cut it now without distorting it too much. But as you can see, it will still distort. For the glue that is in between these layers of cardboard has no easy way to escape, or the moisture that is in between the layers of cardboard. Okay, this will go on the outer sides of these pieces here. I can glue it down right now. Yeah, I think this is missing context now. If you're just coming into the stream right now, yeah, it will be kind of hard to get a good feel for what I'm doing. Wait a moment. Hello, Cashon. What up? What up? All good. All good. A little bit on the sick side, but everything is good. Trying to grind through through Vader. Thanks for tuning in. Here. Now these pieces are for this, and then these pieces will be glued down here, and then I should have a sliding mechanism that can hold both pieces together. At least that's what I hope. Tuck, tuck, and tuck. Okay, I will try to start to put the pieces in place. Here, this will be roughly here. I will mark the position. And this was for this piece, and this piece is for this side. Okay, I barely overlap the starting point. I will mark it down and oops. I hope this works out in the way that I intended to. In the way, yeah. Maybe that's something you can understand. For right now, I have like no way to put these two pieces together here. Now I can check for curvature, and I need a bit more on both sides. Okay, this will be here, and to have a better angle of entrance, I will get rid of some cardboard on the top here, for I will not be able to see anything when I try to slide it in there, and the easier I can make it for myself, or for anyone that wants to try the helmet. Oh no, but that's wrong. If anyone will try it, I will be around. Trying to apply some more pressure, and then it should be strong enough there. One more thing that I will have to do here is to give it an endpoint. Maybe I can use this for right now. This would be able just to slide through when I try to. This is the wrong side. Here, when I push it in here, then the whole thing could just move through this thing, and therefore I should have a fixed stopping point. And that's what I try to add now. Oops. Like this. And I will do the same thing to the other side, and I will cut this piece here, this little the height and the area. My brain is still kind of under the influence of my Magen-Darm-Grippe, or I don't know the English word for it, but maybe someone that hears me complaining about it can help me out with the translation there. Oh. Okay. Now where is... Here, this will slide in here, and the first thing that I will do is attach these pieces here for here, then it can slide in and out. I hope this works, for it's a whole lot of work and a whole lot of boring streaming building this, but yeah, I think I need it. This should have this width. Okay, I will give it a bit more play. Yeah, for if this connection here, or if it is too tight, then I won't be able to cover it in brown paper. Okay. This will take some time to dry. What I can do right now is just that I get rid of the parts that I don't need, and here I can use scissors for it's no problem if I compress the whole structure a bit. Okay, yep, this is boring even for me. Oh, one thing that I forgot now is here, if this is inserted here, and then I should get rid of this piece here, and then it can slide down the whole way. This is for this side. Here, same thing on the opposite side. And this is okay. Yeah. Here now it can slide in all the way. And to glue this piece down, I just hold it in place here. For this will be the resting place, kind of. And here I will do the same thing for this piece. And then I can press both pieces down at the same time. Okay, here it's a bit too much glue. And okay, I will start on this side here. Maybe no. Here I hold it in place here and yep. This way I know where it is supposed to be. Or what its final position will be. And the same will be done for this side. Okay, there will be a whole lot of filing and adding curvature and stuff like that. But no, this here. I think I will have a whole lot of work with this kind of sliding mechanism for right now. Here it's doing the job, but it's not really easy to slide it in or out if the angle is just a bit crooked or if the angle is a bit off. But once this is once this has dried down, it's a definite improvement. Here, and I think I will add some more cardboard in the back here to give it more strength. For right now, I think it would be way too easy to rip the whole thing off the surface. And the knife, as you might have been able to see, was like really or has lost its sharpness. And yeah, just this or not just this, working with a dull knife or with a dull blade just makes everything so much harder. Okay, I will glue this in the back here. And then once this is in place, I will glue the other piece on top of it. Okay, here, this is a problem that that will happen sometimes here, and I hope you can see it. It's that the layers of the cardboard separate, and this usually happens when there's too much moisture in the cardboard. And yeah, that's just the cardboard telling you that it wants to be left alone. Now, here I want to do the same thing as I did on the other side. I try not to twist the part that is already on there, for I don't want to have to deal with layer separation issues. Yeah, I think I will just give it some time. Here. This, yeah, I don't want to disturb it too much. I don't want to disturb this too much. This is still not completely dried, and yeah, what could I do now? I don't want to work with these pieces here unless they're completely dry. And yeah, I think I will end the stream for for today. This might come a bit rushed, but yeah, this stuff needs some time. I think I will continue to work on it. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But if you're subscribed, if you have here. If you have pressed the bell icon, you will receive a message once I go back to it. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day, night, rest of the week, whatever. I hope to have regained my full health the next time that I will stream to you. And thanks for watching. Yeah. If you want to know when I will go live next. Thanks a lot for watching my Brains TV Do It Yourself Cardboarding Vader Day 16. Bye bye.